Black holes are some of the universe's most enigmatic and sinister phenomena. They can swallow up entire stars and planets, bending the very fabric of space and time. But what if Earth, our home planet, were to be caught in the grip of a black hole's event horizon? What would we see before the inevitable end? Well, let's have a look-see. So, a black hole is like the bully on the playground. You avoid them at all costs. It's a region of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape it. It's like Houdini in reverse. Just like snowflakes, every black hole is unique. Each one has its mass, spin, and charge. They also come in different sizes like jeans. Petite, slim, regular, and husky or something. Anyway, there are 4 sizes. The most minor black holes are the stellar mass kind. They're born when a massive star runs out of juice and folds in on itself. They're like the chihuahuas of the black hole world. They may be tiny, but they're feisty. They gobble up nearby matter like a hungry puppy. Even the smallest one is 3 times more massive than our Sun. Next, we have this cosmic family's middle children, intermediate mass black holes. They're too big to be born out of collapsed stars. Scientists believe they may be created when several black holes merge. And even though they can't dominate galaxies, at least they can swallow up some nearby stars. Goody for them, huh? But do you know who can conquer a galaxy? The enormous monsters of our universe, supermassive black holes. They're the giants with masses ranging from millions to billions of times that of our Sun, and they play a crucial role in the growth and formation of their host galaxies. Finally, there are ultra-massive black holes. Trust me, you can't even imagine the size and mass of these guys. These cosmic eldritch horrors are extremely rare, but the ones we know can devour entire galaxies like Pac-Man. So, what happens if you get too close to a black hole? Or, more like, what would you see in your last moments? Well, first, you'd reach an event horizon. It's like a point of no return, an invisible boundary that marks the edge of a black hole. And here's where things start to get weird. For example, time starts to slow down, not for you but for an outsider watching you from a safe distance. You wouldn't feel any different if you fell into a black hole. But if you were watching someone else fall into it, you'd see them slow down and freeze in time, like in a paused video. As you get closer, you'll start seeing some pretty mind-bending things. The gravity would cause the light around you to bend and distort, creating a funhouse mirror effect. You might even see a halo of light around the black hole, known as the photon ring, or jets of high-energy particles spewing from the black hole's poles. You can get pretty close to a black hole without feeling any significant effects. It's only when you cross the event horizon that there's no going back. Your goose is cooked. After crossing this boundary, you'd be unable to see anything. For the person watching you from the outside, it would be as if you had suddenly disappeared. Meanwhile, you may feel stretched out, like a piece of spaghetti. Gravity is so strong that it pulls you in different directions simultaneously. There's even a scientific term for it, spaghettification. We'll cover spaghettification in another video. Now that you're inside a black hole, you aim for the singularity. It's a point of infinite density at its center, where all matter is crushed down to a single point. It's like trying to fit an elephant into a tiny matchbox. Everything gets squished together until it's as small as possible, so it's time to wave goodbye. And if all that sounds scary, here's another fun fact. Black holes are not rare at all. There's one in the center of each galaxy, including our own Milky Way. So, does it mean that we'll eventually be sucked into it? And if so, how exactly would it happen? Well, let's see. Imagine a black hole approaching our solar system. At first, it appears as nothing more than a speck in the distance. But as it gets closer and closer, its gravitational pull begins to wreak havoc. Planets start to veer off course, asteroids are flung into oblivion, and comets are shattered into a million pieces. But just like waiting for the sauces to be served in a German restaurant, the worst is yet to come. Yeah, I like that joke. It inevitably reaches the Earth. First, our planet's atmosphere would be pulled toward the black hole, triggering a massive windstorm. And there'd be huge waves on the oceans, the water itself distorted by gravitational forces, seeing seas and oceans stretched out. Earth's magnetic field is generated by the motion of molten iron in the planet's core. But now, the extreme tidal forces of the black hole would disrupt this motion. causing the magnetic field to weaken and distort. All this would cause massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as the planet's crust and mantle were pulled apart. All infrastructure and technology would be destroyed, buildings, bridges, and roads would be torn apart. Okay, let's hit the pause button. Pretty horrifying. Yeah, but don't worry. You wouldn't have even seen that much because you would have felt the effects of the black hole much earlier. Well, back to the future. We'll lose our magnetic field even before everything starts to collapse. This means not only that the weather and climate will become terrible, but we'll also be exposed to extreme radiation. These gamma rays and the heat from the black hole could drastically change our planet. Say ta-ta to all our beautiful nature. At least misery loves company. We won't be affected only by a black hole, which is probably even worse. As this beast engulfs the entire solar system, it will consume nearly everything. One immediate effect would be the disruption of the orbits of asteroids, comets, and all the other bodies. The planets would begin to deform and stretch, their surfaces warping like molten metal. The sun itself would be affected, its surface contorting like a glob of putty. And yeah, all this is scary even to imagine, but now breathe and relax because none of this will ever happen. Your infinite, testable odds of winning the giant lottery are even better than the Earth ever being swept into a black hole. The nearest black hole to our solar system is Gaia BH1, discovered by scientists in 2022. It's found in our Milky Way galaxy, about 1600 light-years away from Earth. Gaia BH1 is about 10 times our Sun's mass, making it a stellar mass black hole. It's not very interesting on its own, but its discovery has supplied valuable insights into the behavior of these cosmic monsters. But as you can see, even the closest known black hole is over 1,000 light-years away. They move very slowly, and it'll never get so close to our system to pose a threat. Hey, didn't you say there's a black hole in the center of the Milky Way galaxy? Doesn't that mean it will eventually hover up our entire universe? Maybe in a different voice. Well, don't worry. The correct answer is no. The one in our galaxy's center is Sagittarius A*. You may remember it from that viral blurry photo circulated on the internet a few years ago. This massive black hole has a strong gravitational pull like 2 8th graders in love. However, it's still a tiny beam. It only affects objects that are close to it. The things in the galaxy are all too big and move too fast to be pulled in by black holes. Nevertheless, they're still fascinating objects to study. Scientists are still trying to unlock the mysteries of black holes, and even though they'll never be dangerous to us, they're still a massive reminder of the incredible power of our universe. That's it for today. So, to pacify your curiosity, give the video a like and share it with your friends.